Martial arts have grown in popularity and availability over the last 60 years. What was once either a devoted way of life or a highly kept military secret has become a popular recreational activity for millions worldwide. Many of Hollywood's finest and brightest find the physically demanding training gives them the edge they need to be at the top of their game. These are the top 20 celebrities that are highly trained in martial arts. But before we start, don't forget to punch the subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Like and share the video with your friends, and don't forget to watch until number 1, because it'll be a big surprise to most of you. Bruce Lee. The Kung Fu King had an athlete's cardiovascular ability and a bodybuilder's physique. He did finger and thumb press-ups, expanded his lats like a snake, jumped 8 feet in the air to kick out a light bulb, and delivered the fabled 1-inch punch. Lee devised a hybrid called Jeet Kune Do, or Way of the Intercepting Fist, after learning Wing Chun, Wu-style Tai Chi Chuan, dance and boxing. He was efficient yet lethal, hitting hard quickly and then dancing out of the strike zone. He is the standard by which all others are measured since he was ahead of his time. Jackie Chan. With his acrobatics and slapstick comedy, he helped introduce Asian martial arts to the public in Hollywood, but he's also a practitioner at breakneck-paced kung fu. Chan mixes Hapkido, Judo, Wing Chun, Taekwondo, and Hai Long in his tight, choppy style. If we had to choose just one film, Shaolin Master is a must-see for Chan, and one of the best kung fu films ever created. Jet Li. Li Lianji, a pillar of acrobatic action, is a former wushu champion who became a national coach while still a student. President Nixon even requested the fighting prodigy to be his bodyguard. Lethal Weapon 4 was Li's stepping stone to Hollywood fame after he conquered the Chinese market. The stage name comes from his flowing kickboxing-influenced technique, emphasizing speed, power, and control. Donnie Yen. Yen, a Hong Kong heartthrob and multi-talented mixed martial artist, is most recognized for his role in the 2008 instant classic Ip Man, a biography of Bruce Lee's master. It popularized Wing Chun, a close-up fighting technique using deflections, blocks, and short-arm punches. It's even astounding to realize that Yen only took 9 months to acquire the method. Tony Jaa. The successor to Bruce Lee's throne foregoes wires and stunt doubles in favor of bruising ultra-realism in his battle sequences. Jaa learned Taekwondo, Muay Thai, Aikido, Krabi Krabong, Judo, and Jiu-Jitsu while growing up in rural Thailand. He practiced in his father's rice paddy. Finally, he mastered Taekwondo, Muay Thai, Aikido, Krabi Krabong, Judo, and Jiu-Jitsu. Ong Bak Star is a gymnast, swordsman, and a high jumper who can still clear 2 meters. Jaa's style is acrobatic, lightning quick, fluid, and mind-blowing. He's shorter than Lee at 5 foot 6 inches, yet he packs a punch just as powerful. Chuck Norris. Tough nut who is half Cherokee and half Irish. Carlos Ray Norris wasn't always like this. As a youngster, he wasn't very athletic, and he did something he'd just discovered while serving in the US Air Force. He earned his black belts in 3 disciplines, developed his hybrid style known as Kun Kuk Do, the Universal Way, and won the World Karate Championship in 1968. Norris went into cinema the next year, encouraged by Steve McQueen, but his movie career didn't really take off until the 1980s, with a string of cult action films and the Corey TV show Walker, Texas Ranger, which aired from 1993 to 2001. Iko Uwais. At the age of 10, the emerging star began practicing his native Indonesian martial art, Pencak Silat. Uwais was working as a truck driver in Jakarta when he was discovered by Welsh filmmaker Gareth Evans and cast in the independent film Merantau in 2009, in which he mastered the Sumatran tiger style of combat. More of his work was displayed in The Raid and The Raid 2, and he even had a brief role in Star Wars Episode 7 The Force Awakens. JeanClaude Van Damme. The muscles from Brussels, like Seagal, is today seen as a kitsch icon. Yet his flicks from the late 1980s and early 1990s are unquestionably classics. From the age of 10, he trained kickboxing, Muay Thai, Shotokan karate, Taekwondo, and classical ballet, gaining a black belt and the title of Mr. Belgium for bodybuilding. JCVD had a string of hits after a rough start in cinema, or breakdancing being replaced as the alien in Predator. Trademarks? Splits, baby maker punches, and his helicopter kick are all on the menu. Toshiro Mifune. Miyafune was filmmaker Akira Kurosawa's inspiration, with his really formidable demeanor and harsh voice. The two collaborated on 16 films, the most notable of which was 1954's Seven Samurai. Miyafune's fighting technique was appropriately manly and savage. He was considered by George Lucas for the role of Obi-Wan Kenobi and came close to landing the role of Mr. Miyagi in Karate Kid, but was deemed too terrifying. Bolo Yeung. The fearsomely powerful physique and downturned mouth of the Cantonese bodybuilder inevitably led to him being cast in villainous film parts, the most renowned of which was alongside training buddy Bruce Lee in Enter the Dragon, and subsequently JeanClaude Van Damme. He was always a very charming badass, being skilled in Tai Chi, Wing Chun, and generally shattering bones. Sammo Hung. Hung, a cigar-smoking member of the Hong Kong New Wave who revitalized the genre in the 1970s and 1980s, is known as Dago Day, or Largest Big Brother. He began his career as a young actor and is now a director, producer, and well-known combat choreographer for Jackie Chan and John Woo. Hung is a big guy. He starred in Enter the Fat Dragon in 1978, yet he's remarkably quick. Outside a Kowloon nightclub, he was attacked with a shattered bottle, leaving him with a circular face scar. Chohyun Fat. The Hong Kong star is one of the finest at preparing for certain roles and carrying off combat choreography with ease, despite being more of an action man than a pure martial artist. This was especially visible in 2000's lyrical, Oscar-winning Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, when his wire work and weapon mastery as Wudang fighter Li Mu Bei were astonishing. Gordon Liu. Hugh Liu, often known as Gordon, rose to fame after starring in the 36th Chamber of Shaolin, a 1978 film that serves as the inspiration for Wu-Tang Clan's debut album. Santi's transformation from unskilled fighter to folk hero is the first Shaolin video to demonstrate the monastery's training techniques. The Master Killer, a favorite of Tarantino's, appeared in 2 Kill Bill flicks. Stephen Chow. Stephen Chow's acrobatic skills in films like Shaolin Soccer and Kung Fu Hustle may have been augmented with CGI, but his martial arts abilities are undeniable. He was influenced by Bruce Lee as a child and began studying in the Wing Chun technique as a consequence, and we are grateful that he did. Cheng Pai Pai. In the 1966 film Come Drink With Me, the former ballet dancer became Kung Fu's first movie queen. She portrayed Golden Swallow, a heroic swordswoman who strives to rescue her kidnapped brother. Because the film served as a key inspiration for Ang Lee's Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon in 2000, Chen, who was 54 at the time, was cast as the ruthless Jade Fox. Philip Rhee. Bemolded on a regular basis, Rhee began training in martial arts at the age of 4 and has since mastered Taekwondo, Hapkido, and Kendo. He opted to build his own because he was frustrated by the lack of opportunities in the US film industry. The gruesome Best of the Best series became cult favorites. Simon, his older brother, is no slouch either, choreographing battles and supervising stunts for films like The Dark Knight Rises. Sonny Chiba. During the post-Bruce Lee 1970s, he raised the bar in terms of brutality. He possessed a fearsome wolf-like appearance and a showy, nasty fighting style to match, smashing opponents savagely while maintaining a thundering sneer on his bushy-browed face. Quentin Tarantino is a fan, portraying Clarence as a chiba geek in True Romance in 1993, and as a sword maker turned sushi restaurant in Kill Bill Volume 1 in 2003. Bill Superfoot Wallace. After an injury to his right leg, the pioneering kickboxer, who was unbeaten in his professional career from 1974 to 1980, can only strike with one leg. His left leg, on the other hand, became one of the most feared weapons in combat, with a deadly precise hook kick measured at 60 miles an hour, as seen in Jackie Chan's film The Protector. Dragon Lee. Because of his similarity to Bruce Lee, the South Korean Taekwondo and Hapkido specialist was dubbed Bruce Lee. Yes, he starred in the clones of Bruce Lee and The Real Bruce Lee, a documentary on the great guy. But if you're going to watch one of his films, make it The Dragon Snake Fist. Jeff Speakman. The square-jawed Chicago heavyweight was a springboard diver until he began fighting training after being inspired by the cult TV series Kung Fu. He earned black belts in both Kempo Karate and Gogu Ryu Karate. In 1991's The Perfect Weapon, he took on the Mafia on his own, with The Power by Snap as the soundtrack. And that's how we conclude our list. Out of all these clips, which one was your favorite? Let me know in the comments below and I'll handpick and feature your comment in the following video, so don't forget to comment. Please make sure you hit the like button to show your support if you enjoyed the video. It was a pleasure to talk to you guys. Please like and share the video with your friends. Until next time.